I'd like to share a very inspiring story that I think inspired me to be a better facilitator. The story has nothing at all to do with facilitation, but I'm going to keep taking these little pieces of the story and turning them into a metaphor for facilitators. Last week, I visited an art gallery, and this is a story about a woman who was grieving, and she had lost someone very important to her. So she was in a healing process, and she went back to her small town in the coastal town of Bandon, Oregon, like a little village, and she was walking on the beach every day just to heal. What she noticed was a lot of garbage, but at first she was completely oblivious to the garbage because she just didn't want to acknowledge that that was a problem. But after many, many months, she realized, perhaps there's a project here. She took something that was almost impossible to deal with, and this is where I get really inspired, and she turned it into something great. And that's what we do as facilitators. When we have the right circumstances and the right team and the right organization and the right mission, and we're ready to help a group take an impossible situation and turn it into something beautiful or something promising or something globally effective or something locally dramatic, that's when we've done our best work. And what this woman did was she gathered the community together and she said, we have a problem, and everyone was aware of it, but nobody knew how to deal with it. And she said, I think we can take all of this plastic in particular, and if we washed it and rinsed it and cleaned it and sorted it, then we could turn it into art, and we could educate people about what's happening to all the sea life that's being damaged or growing cancerous growths. I've seen turtles that have come up to shore, and they've got giant cancerous growths on their neck. So she took something that was a really deep problem that exists all over the world, and she gathered these volunteers together, and they created this giant art galleries, kind of museum, education center, and volunteers show up every day and they pull together these materials and they create these great works of art, which you'll see in our blog. Some of the amazing sharks and sea turtles and the great reefs, coral reefs that have died, shown by styrofoam pieces, etc. So what can we do as facilitators when we are able to take something that is seemingly ugly or difficult to look at, and we can help them take this ugliness and turn it into something even more promising or redeeming or life-changing for the group, for the organization, then that is great work. We can take them from good to great. So I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope you liked learning about this organization. I hope that you get inspired to do your best facilitation work and to really help the teams and the communities and the organizations do something more than they ever thought possible. Enjoy the blog.